Juggalos in recovery. Juggalos in recovery. Juggalos in recovery.
Whatever. So my intention for today's meeting is to run through an evening service of a Zen group or whatever. What I have queued up is a sutra book that we will read from or chant from. No need to do any of it if you don't want to. But I will just run through everything. Let's see how this goes. How does that look?
Pretty awesome.
Okay.
You're gonna have to zoom in on it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, especially if we've got any mobile users.
How does that look?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Looks good to me. You're just gonna have to be able to scroll during it if you can multitask.
I should be able to make that work. So the way how this works is I will begin the chant as the leader. I will say the words, and then everyone else can chant afterwards. And then I will just indicate pages, which I will pre-turn to. No need. So the intention is to run through the chants, and that'll lead us into about a 20 to 30 minute silent meditation, just focusing on your breath or whatever makes you feel comfortable or feels appropriate in the moment. Any questions before I begin?
Nope.
All right. Atadipa. You are this light, pure, selfless awareness. Rely upon selfless awareness. Do not depend upon concepts of self and other that appear. Do not depend upon beliefs, sensations, and emotions, which arise and fall away. Meditative awareness, clear intention, acting wisely, compassionately, and skillfully are this practice. I rely upon this only, rely upon this ceaselessly. I am this light, pure, selfless awareness. I rely upon selfless awareness. I do not rely upon concepts of self and other that appear. I do not depend upon beliefs, sensations, and emotions, which arise and fall away. Meditative awareness, clear intention, acting wisely, compassionately, and skillfully are this practice. I rely upon this only. I rely upon this ceaselessly. Mission statement. We are a sacred order, bringing into being a harmonious and loving world through the practice of meditative, compassionate awareness and mindful stewardship. Purification. All the deluded behavior ever manifested by me because of my beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, speech, and mind, through meditation and action, I now confess and purify. Three refugees. I take refuge in the absolute purity of this awakened mind. I take refuge in this practice of pure, selfless awareness, wisdom, compassion, and skillful means. I take refuge in this awakening community and our realization in the truth of the interconnection, interpenetration, and interdependency of all sentient and insentient beings everywhere. Opening this Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely met with, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of eons. We can now see this truth, listen to this truth, accept and hold this truth. May we completely understand and actualize this enlightened being's true meaning. Awakened One's Vow. When I, a bodhisattva of no rank, look through awakened eyes at the real form of this universe, all that appears is a never ending, never failing manifestation of truth. In any event, in any moment, and in any place, none can be other than the marvelous revelation of the interplay of this glorious light. This realization has been the transformational moment, causing all of our masters and mentors, patriarchs and matriarchs, to experience true freedom and joy beyond comprehension, and to then extend tender care with a worshiping heart to all beings, beasts and birds, trees and flowers, even rocks and waters. This realization teaches us, reveals to us, that our daily food and drink, clothes and protections of life are the very warm flesh and blood, the merciful incarnation of this ever present living divine mystery. Who then can be ungrateful or disrespectful, even to senseless things, as well as to human beings? Even though some may appear to be fools and so called enemies, we will remember to be warm and compassionate toward them. If by chance they should turn against us, abuse and persecute us, we will remember our fearless heart, our path of wisdom, compassion, non-violence, and skillful means. Before we react, we will consider deeply our personal and collective karma that have brought these conditions and circumstances upon ourselves. Then, with each moment's arising flash of our normal feelings and thoughts, we will simultaneously recognize within us a field of pure awareness, wisdom, compassion, and skillful means. All of our minds will now reveal a true awakened one, a Christ, a Buddha, a Tara, compassionately aware and ready, fearless and wise, acting skillfully and appropriately. Then, all of our combined actions will create a new world, a world of love and caring, defended and ordered. May we awaken and recognize this mind throughout the whole universe, so that we and all beings together may experience maturity and awakened mind wisdom. Please sit comfortably. Gently and slowly, just allow the breath to come. Just breathe. Just breathe. 4 awakened vows. However innumerable all beings are, I vow to serve and liberate them all. However deep and elusive my shadow states are, I vow to experience and enlighten them all. However vast and difficult true teachings are, I vow to embody and master them all. However endless my true path may be, I vow to awaken and follow forever. Please sit comfortably while I prepare for the next little bit. Song of Zazen. Sentient beings are from the very beginning Buddhas. It is like ice and water. Apart from water, no ice can exist. Outside sentient beings, where do we find the Buddhas? Not knowing how near the truth is, we seek it far away. What a pity. We are like a person who, in the midst of water, cries and thirsts so imploringly. We are like the child of a rich house who has wandered away among the poor. The cause of our circling through the 6 worlds is that we are on the dark paths of ignorance, going astray further and further in the darkness. When are we able to be free from birth and death? As for Zazen practice of the Mahayana, it is beyond all our praise. The virtues of perfection, such as charity, morality, and the invocation of the Buddha's name, confession and ascetic discipline, and many other good deeds of merit, all these return to this. Even those who have practiced meditation for just one sitting will see all their twisted karma erased. Nowhere will they find twisted paths, but the pure land will be near at hand. With a reverent heart, if we listen to this truth even once, and praise it and gladly embrace it, we will surely be blessed most infinitely. If we concentrate within and testify to the truth that self-nature is no nature, we have really gone beyond vain words. The gate of the oneness of cause and effect is open. The path of non-duality and true clarity runs straight ahead. The form of no form, no returning, cannot be anything else. Regard the thought as thought. We are to the Dharma. How boundless the clear sky is, how transparent the perfect moonlight of the fourfold wisdom. Need we seek truth eternal reveals every place is this very body is the Buddha. So that was a demo of how my Zen school does an evening service. At this point, the teacher would give a talk about something, but I'm more interested in hearing from all of you what you thought, what worked well from you or for you, your general experience of this, whatever you feel like sharing. This is just kind of a little check-in. I'll leave the floor open.
Well, with me, I just got off of work and we had a little uh, after um, after work like Christmas thing that we were doing. It was we do it every year. A couple years ago, we went VR stuff like that. Anyway, uh, got back. Started a little bit late and then just kind of like sat in silence. And I think I fell asleep a couple times. Uh, I I think I was a little worn out from all the driving to the thing we went to, and um, but yeah, it's just, to me, I was starting to relax, and then I just kind of think fell asleep, and then I hear the bell, and I'm like, oh, okay, I missed it.
Um, I really like the guided part. I admit the only thing I've come close to doing this is yoga, and I always struggled with the whole relaxing part. You know, Monday through Friday, and then sometimes through the weekend, you're always going on 12. I admit I've never really learned how to just sit down and exist. So it was kind of cool to do this and learn how to do it because I flat out don't know how. Like I said, always on the run, always doing something. It's cool to learn something new.
Anyone else?
Well, it was pretty great. I really enjoyed you going through the entire service. Um, there was a handful of parts where it broke up a little bit, but I think it translated out just fine.
Stacy?
But Stacy just got here. She was
Oh,
here
okay.
literally as it ended.
Done. Okay. But yeah, so this is how my school does our sutra book. There's many other schools with different translations and everything. But the reason why I feel like I find myself in this lineage school, whatever you want to call it, is because the guy who founded it was just a regular ass dude from the Midwest. Thrown in jail, wanted by the police. It's like, I'm going to go to Japan. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do this, become a master. But all this shit's kind of fucked up and doesn't make a lot of sense. Wait, women have to be subservient? Any sense? So he decided to come back and bring the essentials without all the outdated bullshit, which is reflected in our sutra book. The language is a little bit clearer with the translations compared to such vague terms and everything. But in a weird way, it's in a language that I can understand, but yet it's still that fucked up. Like, what does that mean? So I like it. It works for me. But I guess that segues into another question. Is there anything in the reading that we did that stood out to you as kind of like oh, damn, never thought of it like that, or that's fucking bullshit? Or was there any sort of eye-catching parts or moments in the reading that stood out to you?
maybe the Song of Zaran, where it talked about how the truth is so close, yet we wander far away. Whole what you're comfortable with and willing to acknowledge versus going looking for your own answer and bias.
Yeah, I believe that is taken from the Lotus Sutra, which is like three parables rolled into one. Like the child who's wandered away among the poor. Man has a son who, for whatever reason, the son believes he can't live there anymore. He betrayed the trust of his father. He has to get away. Runs away. Father tries to find him. Kid just keeps running. As time goes on, the boy just starts living on the streets and adopting that lifestyle. Meanwhile, his father, his business picked up. He was booming. He became very influential in the area. But finds him and, in a roundabout way, doesn't reveal who he is, and through back channels has someone offer him a job doing the lowliest shit, straight up shoveling shit. And that the boy was happy with. He was like, yeah, I can do this. Working hard, working hard, working hard. Eventually, he just slowly climbs his way up the ladder until one day it's finally revealed that, hey, this guy is my son, and now he's just going to take over my company. The son had gotten to a point where he didn't believe that he was only good enough to shovel the shit. He felt that he was in a place that he could lead the company and accept all these gifts and love and wealth that was waiting for him this whole time that he just didn't want to accept.
Mm. I really like that. It's pretty cool.
So one of the ideas I had for today was try to do some sort of intention-based something in the spirit of Saturnalia, which is currently ongoing right now.
Mm.
Which Saturnalia is just a whole fun thing too, where society just stopped. And it was just a time of merriment and frivolity, gambling, singing, gift giving. Slaves were freed for the time and were even able to sit at the head of the table while their masters served them. It was like the one time they could be like, yeah, remember this fucking guy when he did that shit? And like everyone is just like equal for like a week or whatever, where like Greek or Roman society, very uptight and strict, and you know, you gotta wear your white toga. But at this time, they wear colorful ones, green and gold, decorating their houses. But mainly just that idea of everyone being free, equal, even if just for like a moment, where just everyone is just allowed to party and let loose, do whatever the fuck they want. It's basically like it's their gathering, you know, around this time. Which gathering in December? Nope.
Yeah, well, it seems like the gathering and this, and you even have like Mardi Gras and stuff like that. I mean, There's different cultures that have that.
But yeah, so I guess since we are still in or we're about to enter the new moon. I don't know fucking moon phases. Whatever. Oh wait, solstice is tomorrow.
Really?
I believe so.
That's
Or is
awesome.
that the 23rd? I'm terrible with dates and time. Sometime this week. But yeah, another big spiritual event symbolizing more like renewal, more so on the leaving things behind. So I guess that could be an invitation to all of us. What things are we still holding on to that don't serve us? Why are we holding on to them still if we know they don't do anything for us? What could we better do than hold on to this? Whatever. One thing they talk about in meditation is to die upon your cushion, whatever that means, but the way how I interpret it, or whatever, is that when you sit for however long and you're just taking time to yourself, for yourself, something about that is refreshing. Almost, it's like a butterfly. It's like the caterpillar doesn't have to strive to be a butterfly. The caterpillar just does what it does. It's going to eat. I'm just going to sleep about it. Boom. Oh shit, now I got wings. Let's see how this goes. In that same sort of way, in each moment we're born again, brand new, a new hour, a new quest. Babies are born. I will end with something known as the evening gatha. A gatha is kind of like a prayer, or it's like a prayer, which I will talk about that later. I'd like to share the quote. So the quote goes, "Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time swiftly passes and opportunity is lost. Each of us should strive to awaken. Take heed. This night, your days are diminished by one. Do not squander your life." And then just to give that some context, there is a Buddhist practice known as Nyoho, Nyoho. It essentially is treating everything you encounter, everything you do, as if you are serving the Buddha, a holy person, God, whatever. There's a million of them, like ones for shaving your head, brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, getting rid of garbage. Doesn't matter. I like to condense it down to everything's just a little baby Buddha. Just, oh, gotta be careful. Don't want the baby. It's just another mindfulness practice to bring us into the moment. It doesn't even have to be that. It could just be, oh, I'm thankful for my shoes that keep my feet dry and help me from slipping all the time. You know, I'm thankful I woke up with vision in my eyes. I'm grateful for a job that I can depend on. Whatever, insert whatever. It's just more different things all pointing at this gift we're given each moment.